Teen Driving Solutions School is a program that offers hands-on learning experience and teaches rules of the road to students and parents. In October, I was able to take this course, and the things that I learned were so useful, and it's just going to keep me safe on the road, and it may potentially save other people's lives because I'm confident in my driving, and it's taught me things that I will keep with me forever. It's a program that I would highly recommend, and here today are stories that we have of students who have been in wrecks that were not able to take the course, and if they had, it may have saved them a lot of time and money. So I hope you enjoy our stories.
Um, it was a dark, gloomy night, around dusk actually, September, around 6 o'clock, and I was turning left on a 4-lane highway, divided. There was a lot of traffic because it was around rush hour, and so I looked left and I looked right, and I thought the way to the left was clear because there was one car needed to pass, so I was looking right, and as that car passed, I went out, not knowing that there was another car behind the car I had seen, hit me right on my driver's side. Me and my passenger hit heads. We both got concussions. Totaled my car. It was so scary. My wheel was underneath my engine. Like, the first thing that came to my mind was that my car was going to blow up. Like in the movies, just... And I just really wish I had known that maybe if I had taken another glance to my left, I would have seen that car behind the other car. But I spent about 4 hours in the hospital that night. It ruined my night, and it totaled my car. I still to this day am always cautious. It took me months to even go down that road again. I'm always cautious about taking left turns onto those highways now. I got a failure to yield ticket, and by the end it cost me about $3,000 to $5,000 with court cost and driving school and the cost of the car and things like that. I wish I had taken into account that, it was a great car, they didn't have their headlights on, it was raining. If I had taken those things into account when I did get in the accident, I wouldn't have in the first place. When we went to court, the car didn't have their headlights on, so it was kind of their fault, so it was dismissed on my part, but at the same time, the accident was my fault. I pulled out in front of a car I didn't take the time to look for. Definitely take your time when you're driving. You may think you know the rules of the road because you got your license and you went through driving school and you took your test and everything and you passed, but being in a rush is never worth your life or your car or the passenger. Like, if me or my boyfriend had died that night, one of us would have been really devastated and we would have ruined so many people's lives just because I couldn't take an extra 2 seconds to look for that car that hit me.
Me and my mom were on the way to pick up my brother, and we were going down a country road. Wasn't a lot of space on the road, and my mom was doing everything right. I was actually laying back in my seat, and the first thing I felt was the car spinning around and around, and she had her hand on my chest to hold me down, and we landed in a ditch. And she explained to me when I was like yelling and stuff that there was another car coming our way, like straight towards us, and we didn't get hit by the car, and we went over into a ditch. And when the police officer got there, it happened so fast we couldn't give him a license plate number. But it was a gray GMC, and about 30 minutes later, down the road, gray GMC hit a car head-on, I believe, and it killed a young woman, and her infant was in the back seat. The infant survived, but it had minor injuries, but the woman passed away, and it was cause of a drunk driver. So I would advise to take into account that a lot of people get into wrecks because they're only focused on what they're doing and not on what other people are doing, and you should be cautious of everyone when you're on the road. Also, to take into account that it's better to show up late than to not show up at all. After that, it makes you so much more cautious and makes you value your life so much more.
Every minute, there are roughly 5 accidents. Between the ages of 16 to 24, car accidents are the leading cause of death for these young drivers. Teen Driving Solutions School strives and is on a mission to change this one statistic. We encourage you and a parent to take a course like Teen Driving Solutions School because it could save your life.